Hi guys, welcome to my Religion 5 video. Today we're just going to be going over how to do some line tracing. In this example, I'm using it to destroy voxels in my Voxel engine. It's not going to be really a tutorial, I guess. It's going to be more of just a devlog / tutorial. You'll learn the basics of line tracing, but it's more so just showing updates on my game, I guess, than anything else. And I'll go over the Voxel engine in more depth in a future video when it's done. As you can see, currently there is no material assigned to it. I can only destroy voxels, but yeah, it's for a future video. So yeah, with that being said, let's get started. So you're going to go ahead and create a new blueprint class. This is going to be of type actor, and then just name it whatever you want. I'm going to delete it for now though, and actual class. I'm just going to delete it for now though and go into my actual class of my object. So some things I just did to this is I went ahead and added a static mesh, which, you know, is the pickaxe or sword or whatever you want to use the line tracing on. And then I added a arrow. And this arrow is just to help get a start and end point for the line tracing. Yeah, we're going to use that in combination with the player's camera to determine where the line is going to be coming from. So you can ignore the collision box. I'm not using that actually. So yeah, okay. We're going to go back to the event graph. We're going to create a variable called actor holding the pickaxe. And you're just going to set this in your begin play at the top, you know, using a cast. We're then going to cast to the third person blueprint character class. And we're going to go ahead and get a Boolean that I'll show you later. I just declare it in the class. There's nothing else besides declaring it. It's just to detect when it's mining or not. And then we're going to go ahead and connect that to a branch. And then you're going to look up multi-line tracing by channel. This will just make sure that you can get every single thing within the line trace, and you can filter through that. Then you want to go ahead and get the world location of the arrow that we drew that we have in our pickaxe or in our weapon that we're using line tracing. Then from our third person blueprint, we want to go ahead and get the follow camera and go ahead and grab a child component, get child component node. And then from there, we want to get that forward vector. And then we're going to go ahead and multiply that by 300 and add that to the forward vector of the arrow. And that will give us our end. So we have our start and our end. And then this, we're just go ahead and saying we want to ignore in the player character, because, you know, we obviously don't want to waste computational power on detecting that. Then go ahead and get a for loop and just get the break of the array element. And this will give us our hit actor. And then we can cast from that and get whatever you want to hit. So whether that's the enemy, whether that's, you know, a box or whatever. In this case, it's my voxel world. And then from there, we're just go ahead and getting the, you know, I'm getting the voxel ID and destroying the voxel. However, in your case, you may be getting, you know, the character and reducing the health or anything like that. Very simple. And, you know, just remember to compile, save. But yeah, so, I mean, this can be taken to do that same approach can be taken to mine voxels like I'm doing, or remove health, or chop down a tree. That's the basic principle. And then in here, I'm just showing you like is mining, and I'm going to show you where we're going to set that up. So, or where we're setting that Boolean. If you click on it, make sure it is false by default. Off of the event tick, I'm setting the is mining or is hitting, you know, wherever you're calling your animation for the hitting. I'm setting it right here. So right hand swing down. So in here, I have a cooldown Boolean, which you can, you know, use or not depending on your setup. And I have is mining, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and setting is mining to true. And then by the end of the swing, when the pickaxe comes up, if we go into the next function that I created here, you can see I'm setting is mining as false. So once you have it, set so that the line tracing knows when to fire, Then I'm also going in and I'm setting that when the left mouse is being held, that it just automatically triggers the hit on the on tick. So then I have up here, this is just a little thing I did to show when we are mining, we want the character to turn in the direction of it. And so I just created a little function to detect the vector of so I just created a little function to detect the forward vector of this. Basically, it just returns a Boolean whether the character is facing the direction of the camera or not, and it'll turn the character in the direction. And I had to create a separate, separate arrow because it wouldn't let me use the arrow that was coming in the standard blueprint class. I don't know why. So yeah. So that's it. Now, your line tracing should work if you have a basic knowledge of all the other stuff. This isn't really, I know, beginner friendly, but more like a devlog, like I was saying. I just figured out how to do it with the pickaxe. Hopefully, if I can figure out how to get the material, not if, when I figure out how to get the material working for the Voxel engine, I'll make a tutorial on that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.